and we're live. What's going on? What's going on? I got another one. Grand Rising Queens, Grand Rising. I know how much y'all love that. Had to make sure I said it this AM. No further ado. I'm not going to get into too long of monologue. We're gonna get right into these videos. I got stuff to do. I got to get outside and go for these walks, and I got to schedule some appointments. So things to do. Let's see what she's talking
when I talk about when I get up here and
you guys are aware.
So apparently there's a little bit of confusion with my video. So let me break it down slowly for y'all slow bitches. When I get up here and talk about what niggas deserve and what they need and how y'all need to treat y'all niggas better,
Yes.
I think that y'all slow bitches think that I'm talking about y'all baby fathers. I'm not talking about them dirty, toxic niggas. I'm talking about the good niggas out there. I'm talking about the niggas y'all actually dubbed for y'all bum ass baby fathers. Now y'all want them back. We're not talking about your baby father who got shit stains in his drawers from 3 days ago, who be on Indeed for 2 minutes because he got ADHD. He can't even pick a fucking job real quick. He had to go back to Instagram and talk to 5 bitches knowing he ain't got no money in his pocket. Your baby father who carried 2 Lucy's in his back pocket, forgot they was there, sat down, broke it. Now he has no emotional stability. He's in your house punching walls and your doors and windows and shit.
Guys.
We're not talking about him. So y'all getting on my comments on my page getting so defensive, thinking I'm talking about your bum ass. I'm not talking about them. Y'all so used to toxic shit that y'all don't understand. I don't deal with toxic shit. I don't speak about things I don't know. Therefore, y'all shouldn't be getting on my comments because y'all don't know what a good man is because y'all never had one. Your grandmother didn't have one. Your mother didn't have one. And you following right in their footsteps, bitch. So apparently there's a little bit of confusion with my video. So let me.
Well, listen, I think she addressed it. And I agree with her. I think that y'all are really used to toxic men. And you make us all suffer for it. But on to the next clip.
We fucked before. That's how I know you're such a lucky guy. Let's be real, man. That platonic shit is for TV shows. She needed me one night, and that's my bestie. I'll always look out. I'm her guy best friend. Of course I act supportive of your relationship when you're around. How to make sure you think shit's sweet. I'm her guy best friend. Of course she told me my dick's bigger than yours. That's why we're still fucking. Oh, and let's not forget I'm way stronger than you too. She told me about your workouts, and I'm going 10 times harder. I'm her guy best friend. Of course she uses your credit card to buy me drinks when we're out. I'm her guy best friend. Of course she comes over to get perspective on y'all's arguments. All she gets is dick, big dog. I'm her guy best friend. Of course she dresses you like me. She thinks I'm fly, and she just wants the best for you, bro. I'm her guy best friend. Bro, don't be insecure. I'm her guy best friend. You already know I'm waiting for the day she called me and say you put your hands on. I'm her guy best friend. If you want to know how to make her squirt, bro, just ask. It's really not that hard. I'm her guy best friend. Of course I'm on the way to her right now. She just sent me the same titty pic she sent you, but someone's at work. So I gotta take advantage. Enjoy the rest of that shift, big dog. Bring home the bacon. I'm her guy best friend. Of course we fucked before. That's how I know you're such a lucky guy. Let's be real, man. That platonic shit is for TV shows.
Well, you guys, if you want to know what that guy best friend is doing, this is what he's doing. He's having a good time with your girl. Just saying, man. I'm just saying. Keep it going. You guys smash that like button.
Yeah.
If I don't marry her, the more educated she is, the more difficult she'll be to date.
Why would it be more difficult to date an educated woman? That doesn't even make sense.
Because she's more knowledgeable.
Yeah. It sounds like you just a dumb nigga.
You said because she's more knowledgeable, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that a problem?
Most men, they like to take advantage. So the dumber you are, the easier he is to manipulate you.
So you're shitting on men.
Exactly. You're not even saying why her education is making her difficult. You're saying why the man is difficult because she's educated.
Because I can't trick her.
She's gonna challenge you.
Yeah, and that's the problem.
Why is that a problem?
Yeah, why is that a problem?
Educated women always belittle men, especially if they feel like their education level is higher than they man.
That's true.
They talking them niggas like they dummies.
And educated women have a very much I don't need you attitude.
Because we really don't.
Yeah.
And you know what a I don't need you attitude does to a relationship? It kills it. The more educated she is, the more.
Yeah, I think they cooked in that one. This whole you're supposed to challenge a man, challenge yourself. Challenge yourself. It's not your job. This is what I keep talking about. It's not your job when a man is coming up with ideas for you to sit back and critique it. Who in the fuck are you? that puts you above the man as some type of manager, supervisor, God. What the hell? So your raggedy ass think it's your job to sit around while the man is pulling in whatever from the ether, creating stuff from nothing, and then you sit back and just look it over. And yeah, you know what? I think that you need to. I don't think you need to tell me shit about shit. I'm pretty sure you have plenty of things to be doing in your life to improve yourself. For you men to let women sit over there and have this kind of role in your life, it shows that you didn't have a father in your life to let you know where you're supposed to be getting your instructions from and who's supposed to be critiquing you. It ain't no woman. Lost the order. Crazy ass women be saying anything. They say anything, man. Which one are we on?
If I don't marry her, she could never take any of my shit. Right. You would have a problem with that. Just marry me. Well, you don't trust me. Right. This, you know what I'm saying? But I'm protecting myself. You just said men should know to protect themselves before they get it. And you're right. If a man doesn't protect himself, it is his fault. Right. Yeah.
Now get me caught with no copyright.
Not is making multi-millions a month off what he's doing. Joe is making millions a month off what he's doing.
If you are in a relationship with a man and you do not...
Hold up, I got that on another one. Hold up, bro.
Baby, you're looking at the child. You're in the birth room. Yeah, it's different. Exactly. You're looking.
A lot of men who just want to give it though, because niggas will dead ass pay for your attention.
No, they're paying for the pussy.
Hey,
wait.
You did not. You ain't lie.
Let me ask you the question: is this the type of man y'all want though?
No, that pays for it. Because it's like you could do that for anybody.
The men that's sending out these messages like, yo, I'll pay for this, pay for that. Right, it's typically not the men y'all want. So they lead it with money because they know y'all want that, not him necessarily.
But clearly, a lot of men who just want to give it though, because niggas will dead ass pay for your attention.
No, they're paying.
You said women lose value, so you're.
Hold up. I got that one on another clip. We're gonna have to move around.
With a man and you do not feel like it. You have to understand that he has needs, and if those needs are not met by you, somebody gonna do it. If you're in a relationship with a man and you do not feel like it, you have to understand that he has needs, and if those needs are not met by you, somebody gonna do it.
Do women feel like they should compete for a man?
Why would I compete when I'm the prize?
What?
No.
Like,
the prize in terms of you as a man you're pursuing me.
You mean by default?
No, I'm the shit. So I'm not fighting for you. I'm not playing no game for you. If you want to play the field, that's fine. We can both play the field together. And at the end of the day, when you say,
hey, bro, no disrespect, but it's early in the AM for trolling. I think you're a digital black facing, because ain't no grown man gonna be trying to throw shade and troll early in the AM with a avatar picture of himself laying in the bed talking to another grown man. That's just not even civilized. So you don't even qualify to troll me today. I need you to go back, find a different avatar picture or something, come back and try it again. Yeah, I ain't putting no more of your comments up. Not with that shirtless picture of you in your bed. Go somewhere else on me.
sit down and you look at all your cards, if you decide it's not me, that's on you. That's your mistake to make. But what I'm not about to do is sit here and make a fool of myself and do this whole pick me thing for what? You see what I bring to the table in the beginning.
If I ask you what exactly is on this
Do you bring to the table?
Yeah, what is
I would tell you I'm the table in the leg.
Oh Lord, I'm tired of hearing that shit.
I'm just saying though. I'm not trying
she said she the table, that's a red flag.
Why should I have to prove my worth to you?
If you saying that, I gotta show you my worth, that means you're not showing me your full potential.
I feel like you knew my worth from the beginning.
No, I only knew what attracted me to you.
Right.
But now you gotta show me what's more. What's the other shit?
Do women feel like they should compete?
What you were attracted to?
Why would I compete when I'm?
You're always gonna
what?
No.
Like,
y'all are always competing. Everything that you do, you wear, you're competing with each other, and you're competing for men. So why should we get in the middle of your competition? It's already set in stone. You know what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? This is craziness.
Say, P, this why I like girls that be on what I be on, right? I'm leaving the club at 5 in the morning, lit, geeked out my mind, and I got to get this off my back, right? I done called everything in my phone. Ain't nothing answering. All my top tier folks, everybody like, it's too late. Why you didn't call me early? All this old shit. And I'm like, I ain't call you early, baby, because I wasn't lit then. I'm lit now. What's up? Where you at? Anyway, I got one number in my phone, and I know these folks gonna answer, right? And I could tell, cuz when I got these folks number, how they was acting with me, right? Anyway, hit these folks, they like, I got to be at work at 9. But if you pull up now, I'm finna go and get up. Boy, shouted and stretched me out. We done had a whole smackathon, right? On top of that, after all this, she like, you can stay here until I get back from work, or you could just come back when I get back. She ain't do no tripping. Meanwhile, I got to make an appointment for all these other folks, all my top tier folks, talking about why I ain't do all this. Baby, I'm lit now out my mind. I wasn't even on this earlier. I really don't be thinking about smacking until I get lit for real. And you playing with me like this. You see what I'm saying? That's why I like my little ratchet gangster folks, bro. Okay. Say, Pete.
When the Pookies be talking, you need to be listening. You want to know what's going on and why these girls keep going for him. Now, I think he said a whole bunch of nothing. But apparently women love it, man. They love those Pookies, man.
Same thing with the stallion shit. She lied about not sleeping with him.
Anytime a woman does not like you, you have to compensate for what she doesn't like. So, for example, if I meet a woman and she's into me 100%, I don't have to do anything but just be there.
This dude done switched up a whole nother. See, these dudes, man, these red pill, they chameleons, man. They keep switching up their outfit. They switch up their style every year. It ain't even in like the same direction, just better. It's like a whole different. I didn't recognize this fool. I ain't recognize this fool. Like looking at a dark-skinned me, nigga. Like, what the hell? Shit, man, I gotta look about me, man. So I'm like looking at myself on here. That's why I'm like, next.
A woman said to me the other day, what do you think is one of the #1 dating problems? I said, if I tell you, you ain't gonna want to hear it. She said, no. I said, I'm gonna tell you. She said, what? I said, in most cases, a man has to change for a relationship because women want men to be a particular way. But anytime a man remotely tells them about themselves, of what they want, you have to accept them for them. And that's a problem. You want a grown person to change for you, but you're not willing to change for the grown-up. In most cases, most men don't complain a lot about what they want. We talk about in most cases, lady, you get in your feelings, you're in denial. Unless you dated some very weak men. If you dated some very weak men, please do not jump in this conversation because you're going to use your very weak men and make that the standard. In most cases, most men complain less about what they want in relationships. And most women think they're better in relationships they are because most men don't complain as much. A woman said to me the other day, what do you think is one of the #1?
How do these what have been requiring that's you feel like is just too much, is unrealistic?
Y'all definitely want somebody to treat you.
Look at this.
Like they like
she's disqualified. She's disqualified to speak at all. She's not even fit. So I'm guessing she's probably not friendly because when you're not happy with yourself, you're going to project outwardly what's going on with you inwardly, which is a whole bunch of gas and inflammation. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just, and I don't even mean to be rude, but look, I know when I eat too much and I start getting some weight on me, I feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? I start getting love handles, getting that little back fat at the bottom of my back. I'm like, man, I got to get in the gym. I got to hit the weights. I couldn't imagine having it all over my body. I'm trying to tell you, it's projected.
Like, what's that about? Like, you want me to, like, you feel me, cook?
Like, you mean like
carry you?
You mean like Prince treatment?
I don't know. Is that what it's giving?
I'm just asking if that's what you mean.
That men want to be treated like kids.
I be feeling like the broken men be looking like for their mother in the streets and shit.
Do you think that reminds you of anything?
Right, yeah.
You look like Big Mama. Like, you look like Big Mama. So, of course, they're going to be looking at you like Big Mama. If you look like a hot woman, then you'll get men that want you as a hot woman. You look like you cook good meals. You eat very well. Portions are too big, but you eat very well. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to go any further because I don't, I'm trying to be better. But I'm not going to entertain this. It's what we do.
So let me just get this straight so that we're on the same page.
Yeah.
When you were growing up, you saw 30-year-old women that were mature, that had careers already and lives already and married already. I saw that as well. So now what I'm saying is
What they look like now.
life has changed where the average 30-year-old woman does not mature that same way. We're both saying the same thing.
Okay, but
you're telling me it's unfair to assume.
But
it's not an assumption.
But you're also saying that being that women these days aren't like the women you've seen growing up, that you're still expecting them to be.
I'm not expecting anything. I never said anything about expectation.
What you did say was that
I said, see what these guys aren't understanding is what they're doing is they're forcing all this new relationship crap on you, and then they're gaslighting you into taking this new form of dating that you don't have to. It's only here in the West. You don't have to sit here and conform to whatever they're doing with this bastardization of dating in general. So it's being flipped on its head, and I don't think these women understand how funky they look. Like arguing with men about what they want and how we want to move, they don't know how funky they look. I can't put it into words like unattractive or ugly. I'll get flagged, but funky is just as bad. Like that sums it up. You look funky. Like I don't know how else to put. You look fun. You have all that shit on and the makeup, but you still look funky. It's funky because of what the words that are coming out of your mouth, the way you're trying to mentally manipulate someone while looking like what he would find attractive, which is kind of like witchcraft. You just look funky. It just comes off funky to me. I don't know why. It just comes off funky.
They are not mature these days, so therefore I am not entertaining them. That's what I said.
So come developed.
Let's take this.
Child.
But okay.
I mean, let's get on the same page here. I mean, like I said, I don't, even if I do, let's say I do assume, right?
Okay.
Because that's what I saw growing up, right?
Right.
If I assume and I see things that does not fit that characteristic, I'm not sticking around. I'm not doing it. And no, you can't wrong me for not sticking around because you still think you 22.
Let's just be real about what the facts are. The facts are is that it's a Western thing. It's very much
but there's women from other ethnic groups that are getting married at younger ages in the Western hemisphere.
Well, you got to think about it. Let's say your parents are your first gen. Let's say your first gen.
Mm-hmm.
You've lived your parents have lived half of their lives here. You've lived your entire life here.
Mm-hmm.
So you've taken on a lot of whatever your indigenous culture is, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you also have become an American. And as an American, you have been indoctrinated at some point with Western culture.
All right, so let's say this, right? At what age did your grandmother get married?
I don't know, like both before 25 for sure.
Okay, so it was once upon a time a thing within our culture. This is why, and Rico, let me get you involved in this.
We don't want him involved.
No, we got to involve him because
all right. I was waiting for her to finish.
I like the content that he put out. Right.
Thank you.
For me, right, when I look back at my grandparents to my parents to us today, when I look back at that, I tend to give men the blame as to why society is the way it is today. And the reason why I give the men the blame,
it's the easiest thing to do, to give the men the blame. That's why. It's real easy to always blame the men, and that's how you're going to always do it. And there's always going to be weak males out there, but we gotta separate, and just blaming men, that gives the women an easy out, and just saying, oh, well, the men should have, and they should have had more backbone. Man, look, let me tell you something, man. Right? That is a losing argument. It really is. All of society and all of men in society are always trying to make things easier for women. If the women decide to take advantage of it and exploit it, what are you going to do about it, man? You don't keep blaming the men. You know what I mean? It's just goofy to me, and it just seems like pandering to a certain degree. That's just my perspective, though.
If a guy tells you, don't wear that shirt because when you go out, guys are going to see you. Why is he scared? Because he's looking at other girls wearing the same shit.
Exactly.
So whatever your man is insecure about or doesn't want you doing or blames you for doing, even though you're not doing it, you're not the problem. He's scared that you're going to do what he's doing to you.
Yeah.
So that would, okay.
Yeah.
If a guy tells you, don't wear that shirt because when you go out, guys are going to see you. Why is he scared? Because he's looking at other girls wearing the same shit.
Yeah, man, that's that all that makeup and crap again is competition. They're competing with each other, and they're not doing it for men. And a lot of Western culture has turned into women competing with each other, and that's why they look like something that most of us don't want to deal with, right? Looking like a whole transformer, and then they project this to us, and they just look funky to me. Like I don't hear women talking about stuff I want to hear, like them talking about washing their ass and taking long baths and different kinds of lotions. No, they're just talking about business, this and that. I bet the heels of their feet are crusty. They're not taking care of themselves. They just seem funky. They got all the verbiage and the online wordplay right, but they don't seem ladylike. I don't care what they're dressed like. I don't care what trends that they don't seem ladylike. They seem funky. Like I don't look at them and be like, man, that woman looks so. I just want to know. I don't want to know nothing about what you got going on underneath them clothes. You look funky. The way you talk is funky. The way you act is funky. It's funky. You can really make yourself real ugly by speaking the wrong kind of way to people and carrying yourself the wrong kind of way. And most of you Western, especially American women, you're speaking to each other the way that you like men. You're speaking to each other and to us the way that you like men to speak to you. And I don't like dudes talking to me, man. I have like one friend. I don't hang out with dudes. I don't fuck with dudes like that. I don't want you acting like one. I don't want you seeming like one. I don't want you carrying masculine energy. The hell wrong with you? It's whatever. Let's keep it trucking. Trying to get me flagged. Let's go ahead and move on to the next.
Women lose value. So your mom, how much is your mom worth? Since women lose value, how much is your mother worth to you? He said,
my mother's a saint. My mother had kids in wedlock, 4 of them. My mother, faithful to the end. You don't get to compare yourself to my mother. That's your problem. Get your trash ass out of here. Trash.
If you talk about a man and everything that's coming out of their mouth is negativity, it would behoove you to separate yourself from that woman or those women. Because interestingly enough, a lot of people want to see you doing good, but never better than them. They want to be the one that's the leader in the friend group. They want to be the one that has the highest relationship. They want to be the one that's like, oh, you guys got it going on, or you guys are perfect for each other. They don't want that to be you. Sometimes they will see the potential and what you guys could have and purposely sabotage it. And sometimes it's not even your friends. It could be your sisters. It could be your mama. It could be your grandmother. It could be anybody. Once I see women who don't have a certain esteem or respect for a man, I already view you a certain way. I already know that we're not going to be able to align. It's more than just women keeping women single at this point. It's more than just women who are defending you if you're going through something. It's way deeper than that. This has gone to like a great level of like, we want to eliminate men indefinitely. If you talk about a man.
That's really what it is. Like, you can see the malice. You can see there is some kind of organized movement, even if there are useful idiots, and there's nothing a man can do, an old school type of man, if you know what I mean, that is appealing to these kind of people. It just seems like everything about you, they're just trying to get rid of. But then they also want you to lay with them as well. So weird ass situation, man. Use you like cattle or like a buck, if you know what I mean.
A good man, but he's not your type.
In certain spaces in your life, you cannot bring that type with you. If you see that all other characteristics and behaviors are good, why does the type even matter? You can learn to love this person in other spaces outside of what you see as far as physicalities. If you're talking about a type because maybe your type has a certain type of demeanor, or maybe your type looks a certain type of way, what is going to matter when you start facing conflict? The way they look. When you start going through communication barriers, the way they look, that's not going to matter. Majority of people who have probably married or entered into healthy relationships, they weren't worried about a type. When they got to a certain space, they were worried about what it is that you can actually bring into my life.
A good man, but he's not your type.
In certain spaces in your life.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you this. You got to be physically attracted. And the same women that tell you that you don't need to be worried about your man and how he looks will be the same women looking at my black ass working out on TikTok shirtless. Let's talk about it. So yeah. You can listen to that. And I'm thinking she's referencing women being more open to men and not having this type or whatever. But if she doesn't find you attractive, she's settling for you anyway. So do you want to get a woman that's in that I'm settling phase? That means she's washed up and washed out. You want a woman that wants a type and you want to be your type. If you're not her type, you don't want her messing with you. She'll be looking for the next guy as soon as she gets with you, man. No, you want her to like you physically, definitely. Attractive. There's just different ways that people try to frame things when they're trying to get people away from physical attraction. But that's the first thing you see. There's no way to get away from it. It's the very first thing you see. So if you're not appealing to that person, trying to learn to find them appealing it's complicated. You got to be a strong person. And most women don't have that kind of strength. I'm just being real. I'm just being real. But I'm not going to hold y'all. That's enough. That's 26. I'm about to go live on TikTok and then going live outside whenever the rain slows down. It's cold as I'll be, but I got something for that. Anyway, y'all, love and light. Go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, share the live stream, and let's chop it up in the comments. Do you agree, disagree? Let's talk about it, right? To that troll, did you get what you want? Did it work out like you planned on it? Did you get the attention you thought you would? Yeah, that's what I thought. Love and light, I'm your brother, and I'm out.
In this game, you gotta have that dog in you.
Made in America.